got to live with the fact that their mother, who just wanted to earn some extra money, I'm sure she was a grandmother too, just earned some extra money, got caught in somebody's crossfire. And let's just pray that they catch these people. It's not going to be easy because there's this thing called spoofing. They can spoof the phone numbers, and they can also, what is that, VPN their actual location. So it's hard to track internet locations when the VPN is telling you the internet is in Switzerland or England or someplace, and they're sitting right in your backyard in the United States. That's the downside of VPNs, as for as many upsides as it has. That's the downside. Yes, sir, man.
Now, what if someone say, like, if someone said in the comments, well, now, what if that was your mom? Would you feel the same way?
Yes. I hate to say that. Of course, I'd be angry. Look, I hate to say it, but my mother, to me and my brothers, my mother was murdered by the hospital. My mother walked into the hospital and laughing and joking just for a quick procedure. They stuck a needle in her to take a biopsy. She slipped into full-blown cardiac arrest, and she died right there. And because we believe that they stabbed that needle into her heart because they were looking for a mass that wasn't there. So for anybody that want to say that, I say this: yeah, my mother wasn't shot, but even Martin Luther King's family went to the bedside of the man who supposed to have killed him. I think it was James Earl Ray or something like that. But anyway, the man who was supposed to have killed him. And they went to his bedside and he told them there, he said, I promise you, I did not shoot your husband. And Mrs. King said, we know you didn't. So listen, sometimes cooler heads prevail. I say get past the shock, because of course it's shock. And of course you're going to be angry at the world. And you got a right to be angry at the world initially. But when it comes down to thinking, please, just understand that old man did not mean that. And yes, I would be the level-headed one in my family. Now, am I saying my brothers and everybody else in my family would be quick to forgive that thing? I can't speak for them, but I would say half of them would, half of them won't, But I've always been kind of the cooler head in my family. And this podcast can tell you how I try to think. And I try to be a rational thinker. And yeah, there's no way that I would hold that man responsible. My brother of 15 years old was murdered by some hateful white people. I don't hate all white people for it. And I didn't go out to where they were and just randomly grab a white person and take it out on them that he got murdered by them.
Right.
That's right. You have to let them get the ones who did it, and so that the people who did that were the people who perpetrated that fraud on that poor old man and that poor old woman. God bless both of them.
Right.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Tragedy.
That leads us to our next topic: Trump at Chick-fil-A.
Hello, you mind? Hello.
Everybody safe. Everybody having a good time? Get ready. Yeah, I'd give you one. Can I have 30 milkshakes and also some chicken? And we're going to take care of the customers. Is business good? You making a lot of money? Everyone getting rich, right? Thanks very much. Look at the way you hold. You like each other, right? Come on in. We're going to get rid of Biden.
Bye, Sleepy.
He is the worst president in the history of the United States, and he's horrible to the black community. Like it or not, he treats the black community bad. And check out his record in the 1990s. Check out his record in the 1990s.
Your economically was for us. Yeah.
Well, opportunities.
Best
job numbers ever.
The first step egg. Let's talk about it.
And again, the colleges and universities. I just get the whole thing.
Okay, let me just, for the record, say this. Okay, I like Trump. I like Trump as a man. I follow him. And I'm saying just a general like. I liked his TV shows. I liked the way he would interview. I just thought he was cool. just the basic stuff. But as it right now, as a president, no. And my reasoning is not so much him as it is who we've allowed his supporters to be. All right. Black people right now cheering him on. Yeah, get rid of Biden. Black people don't have a clue what Biden has done. I know Trump say he gave a whole lot of money to the black universities. No, he did not. Do your research on that. It was proposed that he do that, but he did not do that. All right. His job numbers in the black community are not touching what Biden's are. And plus, black people, please don't talk about the black community unless you get a bunch of people that want jobs, because I drive through my community offering jobs. I drive through my community telling young black men what they need to do. And there is a choice that they are making to be unemployed. And they, don't get me wrong, they want jobs, but they are sitting on their behinds and they're becoming nothing because they pretty much failed out of school. And so it's hard to do something for somebody when everything has gone from industrial to technological and financial. That's a lot of things right now. The industrial part of where we live has pretty all but gone. There's no more steel plants and chemical plants and all that stuff. That stuff has been sold off and bought off by China, and it wasn't a Democrat's fault. Okay, y'all got to understand, please, no politics. All this, we love you, Trump, and all this stuff. They had some young black woman who was dying to be one of Trump's Republican people because they see money in it. She's the one that put this thing together and had Trump come to this place and ask all those young people, y'all making a lot of money? Yeah. And that's the happiest I've ever seen young black people behind the counter at any business. They're normally bad attitudes, popping gum and giving you grief. All right, so please don't tell me that they're a bunch of happy people can't wait to make you chicken. That just it ain't the way it is in my community. You deal with a lot of attitude in our community. So that all that thing was staged, every last bit of it. And then all the people just loving him. I get it. If you want to love him as a person, go right ahead. But the stuff he has to do as president, I'm trying to tell you, the people he got on his side, these Marjorie Taylor Greens and all these other people, these Gosarts and Boberts and all these are hateful people. These Proud Boys and all these people who are Trump backers, who are the supporters, or some good people among the Jews will not replace it, the Tiki Torch boys. These are all Trump supporters. Now, am I saying Trump's the racist? Nope. But because everybody backed out from supporting Trump, you left him with nobody but these hate groups. And these hate groups, listen, Trump, they're using Trump just as much as Trump is using them. And they're going to want some stuff passed. And they're going to want to be able to do some things. Like that boy Rittenhouse, when he got off for crossing state lines with a gun, shooting and killing 2 or 3 people with that gun and getting off. This is what Trump supporters want to be able to do. They want to be able to go in and do Trump supporters who are cops. They want to be able to kill black people without a trial. So y'all better shut that dumb mess up. I ain't saying this is Trump, but Trump wants to be president. And if he wants to be president, then he's going to have to lean on a certain group of supporters. And those supporters are those hate groups, those KKK, those Nazi groups. And they do not have black people's interests at heart. They don't have it at heart in Congress. They don't have their interests at heart in the Senate. And there's nothing that will be done right with the Republicans at the controls and black people sitting there waiting for something to be done. They're the ones taking black books like Harriet Tubman and doggone Rosa Parks. They're taking those books off the bookshelves in the libraries. These are the Republicans doing that. These are Trump supporters doing that. Wake the F up. Now, am I saying that's Trump? No, I'm not saying that's Trump. I honestly don't think he's a bad man in that respect. I don't. I think he's a narcissist. I think he's self-serving just like any other millionaire. They're all the black millionaires too. They're all self-serving. He's self-serving. I don't think it makes him much of a murderer or a killer. But his people, the people that vote for him, a lot of them, and I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them have a certain mindset. And their mindset are the mindset of those Confederate flag carrying white people in the South. Y'all black people better wake up. You better wake up.